I'm 25 years old, and just 1 week ago, I married my husband, Jim. We'd been dating for 2.5 years, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about him. Turns out, I didn't. Jim has this longtime friend, Misha. She's a couple of years younger, and they've known each other since high school. When Jim and I first got serious, he told me something that stuck in the back of my mind. That Misha had a huge crush on him back then, and that he had leaned into it. He admitted he kinda led her on, especially when he was struggling with his own mental health, because he liked the attention. He was embarrassed when he told me, and he seemed genuinely guilty about it, like he knew it was a crappy thing to do. But Misha herself never crossed any lines with me. She was nothing but kind, respectful, and honestly, she became my friend too. She's always treated me like I mattered and never made me feel like a third wheel. Last year, she moved away to the city. She's done really well for herself. She's got this long-term boyfriend, and I'd never met him. So when we were sending out wedding invitations, I made sure she knew she could bring him along. That's when I noticed the first red flag. Jim didn't seem happy about it. He brushed it off, saying it was about the guest count, but something about the way he resisted bothered me. Fast forward to the wedding day. Misha walked in looking absolutely stunning. Not over the top, not inappropriate, just gorgeous. New haircut, glowing confidence, and her boyfriend by her side. And her boyfriend, think Kit Harington, handsome, put together, successful. Throughout the night, we found out he's not just charming, but he's incredibly successful, too, more successful than almost anyone else there. And that's when I started to notice Jim's behavior shift. Instead of being his happy, newlywed self, he was angry. He kept glaring at them all night. When Misha came over to congratulate us, he was cold and short, and when she introduced her boyfriend, Jim was downright rude. The breaking point came when his mom, who has always loved Misha, made a lighthearted comment about being glad Misha found such a great guy. She praised her boyfriend for being polite and thoughtful, and Jim snapped loudly. He said, "Well, at least she won't be desperate and hung up on me for the rest of her life." I just froze. Who says that? On his own wedding night, to someone who was supposed to be his friend. It felt like I was watching him lash out like a bitter child. I didn't call him out. Then I didn't want to fight on my wedding day, but the pit in my stomach wouldn't go away. It was like watching a kid get upset that another kid was finally playing with a toy they never wanted in the first place. Ugly, petty jealousy. The next day, I couldn't stop thinking about it. And after some people reached out privately telling me to trust my gut, I did something I never thought I'd do. I went through his phone while he was napping. I knew his passcode, and when I couldn't get into Instagram at first, I realized he'd locked it with an extra app. But he used the same passcode there, too. And then I saw everything. The morning after our wedding, he messaged Misha. He told her how beautiful she looked. He told her he missed her. He said her boyfriend ruined his chance to reconnect with her, and that he was desperate to meet up. She never replied. Later, he sent more messages, but they got uglier personal insults that were cruel. The kind of stuff you'd expect to see on those nice guy forums. Misha left him on read and eventually blocked him. If it had stopped there, maybe I could have told myself he was just hung up on her. But it didn't. I dug deeper and found messages to other women. Instagram models, local girls, anyone he thought he had a shot with. Most ignored him, but some didn't. 2 of those conversations turned into sexting. And the worst, most pathetic part, the nudes he sent weren't even his. He was stealing photos off the internet, pretending to be someone he wasn't. That's when the numbness hit me. I had just married this man. We had barely been husband and wife for a week, and he was already betraying me. I didn't scream. I didn't even cry. I called his mom and his brother from my phone, asked them to come pick him up, and then I woke him up. I told him what I'd found, told him he needed to pack a bag and get out before I started throwing his things onto the street. He begged. He cried. He promised they were just messages, that he'd never actually cheat. He even had the nerve to ask me not to tell anyone, but I ignored him. His mom and brother came, and he left with them. Within a week, I filed for an annulment. Where I live, if you've been married less than 30 days, You can get one with almost no questions asked. And that's what I did. I was humiliated. I didn't leave my apartment. I called off work, ignored friends. I felt like I'd wasted 2.5 years of my life, and I couldn't believe I'd actually walked down the aisle for a man like him. But now, months later, I can see it more clearly. His brother ended up spilling the truth to his family, so everyone knows he lost friends. He lost respect, and I got out before I was stuck in a miserable marriage. I did try to reach out to Misha eventually. I texted her, asked if she wanted to meet for coffee to talk things through. Her boyfriend called me back. He was polite but firm. He said they were both sorry for what happened, but that Misha's mental health had taken a hit from all this and she couldn't handle being involved anymore. And honestly, I get it! As for me, I'm in therapy. I'm learning to rebuild my confidence, to figure out who I am without him, and to trust myself again. I've cut off anyone who tried to defend Jim, and I've blocked his mother after she had the audacity to ask me at Christmas if I'd ever take him back. The truth is, my marriage lasted only 8 days before it crumbled, but I'd rather walk away now, with my dignity intact, than spend years chained to someone who never really loved me the way I deserve.